Hello and welcome back to the Do Brand You channel. I'm really glad you're here. My name is Lorraine Taylor. If you are new here, this channel is all about you. It's about you unleashing your potential in every season of life as you go through your journey in your lifetime. So I am here to share with you today the Friday chat video. I put these up once a week and I take you behind the scenes, what I'm working on, things that are challenging me, some strategies that I can share with you. And it is the beginning of 2025. Here it's January in 2025. And I've found as I've begun this year that it's really easy to get caught up in the excitement of it's a fresh start. And I've realized that this time of year, it can bring a lot of pressure, uncertainty, and sense of being pulled in multiple directions. I've certainly felt that as I have started 2025. I can't believe that it's already the middle of January. Where is the time going? So whether it's organizing your calendars or setting your goals or just managing all those expectations, both your external ones, things that you need to work on, and also internal expectations for yourself. I feel that this time of year can be a lot. And if I'm being honest, I have really been dealing with some overwhelm myself. So today I wanted to share with you 3 insights that have helped me to find my footing again as I begin a new year and to get started in a more grounded, intentional way this year. So if you're feeling the same, I hope that these little strategies and perceptions can help you. Do hit that like button. Do subscribe to the channel if this is something that resonates with you. Do share this channel with others if you would like to. If you know that somebody else could get value out of this, it certainly helps, as you know, us on YouTube to get our word out to the right people. So let's get started. So let's talk first about I don't know if you have one, the ever-growing to-do list. And if you're anything like me, you start the year with a list of all of the things that you want to do, and the list feels endless. Everything that needs to get done, and sometimes it's easy to think that I can handle it all, but the reality is that I often feel overwhelmed and then I am not as productive as I hope that I want to be because I kind of feel like I have this heavy weight of too much to do. In fact, yesterday in the morning, during my morning reflections, I was writing down, just brainstorming, just brain dump, all the things that I needed to do. And I decided, well, I'll make it easy. So it'll be really clear. I'll put top priority, medium priority, or I can get to sometime. So I had 3 columns and I was putting things in the 3 columns. And I noticed that I put like 80% of it in the urgent column, has to get done, top priority. And this is the thing, is that I want to get things done, but I want everything done at the same time, and it's not possible. So I've definitely been struggling with this recently, the I can do everything. So I was wondering again, I always in this channel, I like to figure out why do we do this? Why am I built like this as a human? And there's this thing, and I have mentioned it before on the channel, it's called the Zeigarnik effect. And it's a psychological concept that explains how our brains remember unfinished tasks. And it turns out that when we create huge, daunting lists, it causes more stress than it's worth. And what's helped me to simplify my approach is instead of trying to check off 20 things in a day, I now focus on just 3 priorities, and it is so hard. It is so difficult. And sometimes if the priority is kind of a big one, I'll just break it into 3 pieces and I'll just do that. And what I find is the overwhelm comes from this little voice in the back of my head of always thinking, well, you know what, you're not going to get the other stuff done. You're not going to get the other stuff done. And I've really had to put that out of my mind and just do that. And I get that done. And then I also have other things that I can do. So I write down what I want to do and because I plan my weeks out and then I kind of edit those throughout the week. And I put down what I know I could get done in the day, and then I add the rest of it as bonus. It's just bonus. If I get time, bonus, I got that done. So if you're feeling really overwhelmed in your to-do list, try just force yourself. Like I know that I've heard this before, like pick 3 things and do it, but I don't do it. Here I'm at my age, I still don't do it. I just have this long list. So if that's something you've been doing, force yourself to just narrow it down to 3 very realistic things that you can do. Take one thing and chop it into 3 pieces. If you want to get other things done, and put it as bonus. It's just bonus if you can get it done. So the next thing I wanted to talk about today that I was thinking about and wanted to share here with you is something I've also been struggling with. And this is feeling like my internal navigation system is broken. Like, have you ever felt like you don't know which direction you should be heading no matter how hard you try to plan? Like, I know that there's things I need to do, but how do I keep that direction going? And it's really easy, and I guess I'm here to share with you if you're feeling like this as well, that it's really easy to lose track of your true values and your goals. And it starts, life starts spinning in circles. You're trying to figure out where should I focus my energy. But I found that I take time and reflect and I talk about my intentions, everything starts to click. And I use the word intentions intentionally. So I always, it's not like a have to do list, but it's an intention list. I intend to do this. So if I don't get it done, that was an intention I had. I can continue to have that intention if it's not done later. But I found this word intentions to be really a powerful way to clarify and get focus on where you're going. It's like you can have all of this to-do list, but what is my intention? And it breaks it down into why do I want to do this? And what do I really want to get done? So I just thought I would share that with you, that if you got all these goals or to-do lists, think about intentions. The word intentions will grab those values that you hold true to yourself. They'll grab that vision that you have for where you want to go. It'll grab that core of mission and focus that you align your life with, and it'll get that navigation system working again. And the last thing I just wanted to share with you was something that I did earlier this week. And despite being having a lot to do, despite having these these to-do lists that I've rephrased as intentions, I found that by taking Monday and Tuesday off, I disconnected from a lot of things. Anything I had to get done, I did. But what I did was I just disconnected from the expectations of doing anything, and I allowed myself to sit in stillness. That is a really powerful thing. I was listening to a podcast earlier last week about how powerful it can be to sit in stillness, and to just let your mind just not have it be so active, and to not be thinking that you need to do anything, but to just sit in stillness. And it reminded me of a time when I was growing up. I grew up in Colorado, and our house was in a rural area. It was on the edge of the last of the Rocky Mountains before it goes flat to Kansas. And when I was a teenager, I used to go to this place called Pixie Park, which were these huge rocks. And when I was a kid, I used to play with my little brother and some of the other kids in the neighborhood there. We would spend the whole day there. It was so fun. But as a teenager, I remember there were many, many times, and as I got into my 20s and I'd go back to visit mom and dad, that I would go out to Pixie Park and I would find this one place on the rock where it would be above the trees, and I would be way up on the top, and I could look out over to the plains that went on to Kansas. And I would just sit and I would just just sit in stillness and not really think of anything but to sit in stillness. And it is really a powerful thing to do. I just knew that I enjoyed doing it when I was a teenager, and realizing that, remembering how powerful that was, being reminded through some podcasts of people doing that. And I did. And I can tell you, I've gotten more done the rest of the week, and I've been more focused, and I've been more just in touch with who I am and what I'm doing, that it has really changed my whole week. Instead of, a bad old habit that I have is to just plow through and stay, just try to get things done. So I really encourage you to sit in stillness and to find time to be able to do some quiet journaling, or take a quiet walk, or just simply sit without any distractions. Right, so that's what I have for you this week, and I hope that the week coming up for you is great, and that you continue with your intentions and you find time for stillness. If this resonates with you, I do appreciate a like and a subscribe. It does help the channel and helps me to do the work and continue to do these videos. Also, a reminder, there is a link below. Do connect with me with a Do Connect newsletter. If you'd like to get more personal, exclusive content like this, and also exclusive deals that I can offer on things that I have coming up. So that's it for this week, and have a great week ahead.